Feared that
So,
Usman needs to take over and give us the history of Cuabas because my meds are wearing off, so the sanity is
oh
going a
God, we're
little
going
bit.
back to the normal guy. All right,
So
here we go.
Oh my God, how are we gonna deal with him in the next half hour? Well,
I don't know,
anyways,
but here's the good thing: you know he's going to time you, so good luck.
yeah.
go for it.
Anyways, so viewers, Cuaba. Well, this is a brand which is practically around 13 years younger than me. So, a brand that was introduced in 1996. You can count my age from that yourself if you want to. So, 1996, Cuaba was a brand introduced in the Habanos portfolio, and the core reason for that was that they wanted a brand specifically for introduction of double figurados. And when we say double figurados, as you saw when I was lighting the cigar, this is a cigar which has a pointed tip at the head and towards the foot of the cigar. So, and Cuaba is the only brand which has all the vitolas that only come in double figurados. Right now, there are five vitolas, starting from Raza. Where is he? Oh, okay. Anyways, right. So these are traditional distinguidos. Divino. So Divinos is where it starts from. Divinos, exclusivos, distinguidos, and then this is the Cuaba Salamones, which is the bigger one or the largest one. Now,
You have one bigger than that, no?
well, I have the one which is a discontinued cigar from in Cuava's portfolio, which was the Diadema and used to come in independent coffin uh, boxes. So, so Cuava. Well, now, what does the name Cuava mean? The name Cuava is taken from an inspiration of torch flames that were used by the Tainos back then, and hence this is the name which is for this. Cuava initially was introduced to be one of the uh, contemporaries or peer brands of Cohibas and Trinidad's, and be in that range as one of the exclusive cigars. But then slowly and gradually, because of, I don't know, maybe because of its lesser popularity or availability, came down, was moved to the other brands categories in the Habanos portfolio, which at one point was niche category. And when it goes into the niche category, which means you cannot have regionals out of it, but when it will move from niche to the other brand category, now it has the regional cigars. 2020 was the first time when the regional of Cuaba came in. I have had the pleasure of smoking the Cuaba Asia Pacifico, which is from the Pacific Cigar Company, who is the third bigger retailer on this side of the world, and I was a regional from them. And Cuaba is the only brand, if I'm not wrong, in among other than the big brands or the portfolio brand, or I would say the global brands or few of the bigger brands or bigger ones, which was graced with being included in the list of a limited edition cigars, and that was the only cigar in the Cuaba's portfolio which was not a double figurado but a pyramidus. So in 2008, Cuaba came up with a limited edition cigar in 2008. So that's a bit about Cuaba, and looking forward to having some more regionals out of it and see how it goes. But so far, what I can tell you is this is an amazing cigar, and very true to the portfolio's strength and profile, which is medium to full body cigars. So Cuaba Salamones, cheers to Raza for having this as one of your favorites and making me do the history for Cuaba today.
Can I add two things to that? One is that Usman was mentioning that the word Quaba or the name Quaba comes from the torch. I had something piqued my interest maybe about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I happened to be sitting in Tom Tom,
Of course.
and Christian was telling me that Quaba is actually not the tobacco leaves. There's a bush, there's a dry bush that grows in Cuba, of which the twigs are used as to light tobacco. So it's a bush. It's a physical bush.
Oh, wow.
Um, That's one thing. The other thing is one of the reasons it's my favorite cigar is because from the moment I've had that, so the first time I was introduced to the Cuaba brand was around 2013
Okay.
by another industry stalwart here in London. Is a guy called
Oh,
Slavo. And Slavo got me smoking the Cuaba because in a relatively small humidor at the Churchill Terrace in London, that's on Portman Square, as part of the hotel. I would often drift in there sort of 5 nights in a week, and I would just smoke through boxes because that's what was available. And he had the box of, I recall it's I've always been looking for this. Christian told me the answer. I still forget because the Alzheimer's has been kicking in big time. I believe it was the Tradicionales that I was smoking quite a lot. Am I right, Usman? I sent you a photo of this, and it had an extra band on it which said 1995. That was a special Hunters and Francal release. And
correct.
because this interest has been piqued in me lately, I want to find that cigar again. But the flavor profile, as I recall, it was an extremely tasty cigar.